From the Battery Street studios of KCBS Radio in San Francisco, this is Bay Current, keeping you current on what the Bay Area is talking about today. It's Thursday, October 7th. I'm Matt Pitman. Earlier this week, I spoke with San Francisco Mayor London Breed. The San Francisco native was beaming with pride for her city that's winning the war against COVID and returning to something like normal, with the Giants playoffs, the Warriors preseason, and the 40th anniversary edition of Fleet Week all converging at once, all without limits on in-person attendance. Mayor Breed, welcome to Bay Current Podcast.
Hi.
It is great to be talking about Fleet Week. I think there's a level of civic pride that folks really should maybe take just a beat to reflect upon, that we're able to have nice things because we played by the rules. Most of us got vaccinated and wore masks. That can't be lost in this conversation, can it?
Well, what can't be lost is we were the first major city to do a shutdown.
Right.
And then we got to remember what we did for each other. We came together, we supported each other, we ran errands for one another, we went grocery shopping for our neighbors. Like, we stuck together. Like, I was so proud of this city and what we did when we went through this, and it began to get longer and longer and frustrating. So it's been hard, and that's why the fact that we're here and we've made it through this storm to this point, we have to take a moment to just reflect and appreciate the fact that life is giving us an opportunity to enjoy some great things after going through such a very, very challenging time. And so everybody should have a smile on their face and be happy and grateful and appreciative of this moment. And that's why, be patient with the servers at the restaurants, because they're just coming back to work and they may not be fully staffed. Be patient with someone who's driving you on Muni. Be patient with one another, because, we're coming out of a global pandemic. And so it's time for us to just try to have, a moment to reflect and have grace and just really support and uplift one another as we continue to get through this.
Governor Newsom talks about the pride he feels. I guess California leads the nation in myriad COVID statistics. When you hear the Fleet Week folks say this is the only in-person Fleet Week, only San Francisco this year, there has to be a level of pride because of many of the things you just mentioned.
There is a level of pride, but also what that tells us is that the rest of the country has a lot of work to do too, because San Francisco can do great and be that place which we welcome.
How about leading by example?
Yeah, of course, leading by example, but also we want that to happen for the rest of the country. Sure. We want to get back. I love going and visiting other cities, so I want us to get back to that. But I'm really proud of what we've done, and it demonstrates that if you do your part, then this is what you get. It's a reward. It's a reward not only for what we want to see, but also a reward for our economy. And that's so important. The restaurants, the hotels, the different neighborhoods and the shops, and getting things going again, because it's been a tough time financially. We sacrifice so much, both personally, but also financially for the people who really are the reason why people come to San Francisco in the first place, to visit all these great things.
You have a favorite part of Fleet Week?
I gotta say, it's the Blue Angels. I don't know. I mean,
hard to beat.
But touring one of these ships, it's like up close and personal, is incredible. And then, seeing all the other activities. I love the bands and playing, and then playing at. I want them back at City Hall, so hopefully next year. But there is nothing like seeing those Blue Angels, noise and all. I know we get a lot of complaints, but noise and all fly over. It's like
noise
magic.
is part of it.
It's magic.
Yeah,
it is magic, and I can't wait to see it.
All right, Mayor, thank you so much. Enjoy the week.
Thank you.
And last night at Chase Center, after the Warriors had just beat the Denver Nuggets in the preseason home opener, I spotted a trio of U.S. Navy sailors.
EO3 Morales Ortega. I'm from Puerto Rico, and I'm stationed out of San Diego.
I'm ITSA Varney. I'm from upstate New York, and I'm stationed in San Diego.
I'm BU2 Burton. I'm from New York, and I'm also stationed in San Diego.
Decked out in their dress blues, someone from the Warriors had just escorted them onto the court for pictures. Wide-eyed and all smiles, as it should be. After all, these are the stars of Fleet Week. The men and women of the U.S. Navy, Coast Guard, Marines, and all the armed forces. They flock into the city for a long weekend of fun and interaction with us civilians. Is this the first Fleet Week for each of you?
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Have you been to San Francisco before?
I've been to San Francisco a couple years ago, and this is 1,000 times better.
Why's that?
We've been treated great. Definitely flooded, but just by love, and it's crazy how people really do appreciate us.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really great to hear, because I mean, that's, people think of Fleet Week as like, oh, this is when like, we get to see the Blue Angels, and we'll go downtown and eat, drink, and be merry. But really, I mean, the tradition of it, 40 years, is celebrating our men and women in the armed forces, certainly in like the water forces, Navy and Marine as well, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Did I get a little brother?
Yeah, CB. So we don't say huya, we say ura.
Hoorah, that's right.
Hoorah.
That's what I meant. That's embarrassing.
I'm the only one that says huya.
So, a couple of things that you've had a chance to do so far here in San Francisco that have been kind of cool.
Oh my goodness, so many. This is by far the greatest thing.
Okay.
Watching the game and having these amazing seats going on the court and everything. We did a lot of pretty much tourist things, went to a lot of bars, partied, and take care of each other. We take care of each other really well.
We take care of each other, but I mean, I think the point of civic pride is to have the city take care of you guys. So you were saying that you've had a pretty positive experience. Well, what when people kind of stop you on the street or just give you a quick acknowledgement, what's the one thing you kind of commonly hear that makes you feel good?
Thank you for your service. You hear it so often, but we're seeing it. Like, people actually are really appreciative of what I do, and I've been in for 4 years. I've been, like I said, flooded. Just amazed how many people actually do appreciate us, and I like it. I'm like in shock. Like, I'm still in shock right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Interesting. So, I mean, do you think that that's because maybe do you feel like you don't hear it enough, or you don't? Not that you. I would imagine you probably didn't enlist and get into the service to hear that, but when you're out and about.
I mean, we're in San Diego, so it's a big military
Right,
town
that's
as it
true,
is,
that's
so
true.
Coming up here, it's
Yeah.
I go get weirded out when people say hi to me. So when people take pictures with us, it's like,
Yeah.
whoa, like,
Celebrity.
yeah.
No, you guys are in the fresh, clean dress. I mean, you. What do you call the? What's the?
Dress views.
These are your dress
Thank you, sir.
views.
Appreciate that.
Aww.
Thank you.
Thank
Here's a
you.
Warriors fan coming up,
Where
shaking
y'all
hands.
stationed out
San Diego.
San Diego.
of? Okay. I'll be in Miramar 2 weeks from now.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Real
we're
close.
putting in a little mount site there.
Nice.
Awesome. Miramar's beautiful.
It is.
You're gonna see the near the Marine base,
Yep.
right next to the air base. They're loud as hell.
Hey, if y'all are ever in Yuma, we just built a big site down there. We've built a lot of stuff for y'all.
Awesome.
We're going to
Thank
Yuma soon.
you.
Love and light.
Appreciate it, sir.
Keep
Thank
doing what
you.
y'all doing.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Okay, you're right. That is pretty cool.
It's awesome.
that is.
Yeah,
It's
that is pretty
amazing.
cool. So you guys are here for the weekend. Over the actual Fleet Week festivity, part of the week, Saturday and Sunday. What do you guys do?
I don't really have any plans yet. But you better ask them.
So I guess a better question is: do you guys have work to do? Are you on your
Yes.
ships, or are you staying in the city?
So we're out here for the DRT, Disaster Relief Team, on behalf of the Navy. So we're kind of like a first response to any things that California emergency needs, so like a fire, earthquake. So we're part of, I'm an EO, I'm a heavy equipment operator. So my job is to use the bulldozers, to use a forklift, our equipment, to clear trees, make a road, make a hole. So that's kind of we're going to show off our equipment, kind of.
Yeah.
I love the dozer. It's my favorite piece of equipment. So it's on our patch.
Okay.
We have different
On his. So he's got the dozer on his patch. You have.
Lightning bolts.
Wow. What's your superpower?
No, I'm just computer specialist, basically. I
Just a computer specialist. My goodness. I would actually love to nerd out and watch you work. Probably. I think that'd be really cool.
just handle communications.
Yeah. And you have.
This is called a plumb bob. So it helps, it's on a string, and it's very weighted, and you can see perfectly vertical. So it helps with straight lines and construction. Like if we're doing a concrete project or something, we'll use that for our form work, so we know that it's perfectly straight and vertical.
Engineering.
Yes.
Absolutely. What's the best food you've eaten?
I just had sushi right before I came here. That was really good.
Today alone, we had 5 restaurants. I think the ceviche we had today
That was good.
by Pier 23, I think.
Okay.
I ate an octopus on radish. Never had that before. But
Octopus is good,
octopus
isn't
was
it?
good. Actually, it was good. It was good.
Awesome.
My
Awesome.
favorite so far were the soup dumplings.
Yes.
Oh my
Where?
goodness! It's called dim sum.
Yeah. Well, there's a
That place. It was in Chinatown.
bunch of dim sum places in Chinatown.
Oh, man.
I mean, they're amazing. They are absolutely amazing.
It was
And the
so
best is when you
good.
go and you can't decipher what's on the menu and you just let them serve you and treat you.
That's exactly what I did. I said, "What's the best thing?"
Right.
And he just
that's the way to go.
something out.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Is there anything like that you're looking forward to about like what over the weekend, whether it be like the
Weekend.
Blue Angels.
Blue Angels, and definitely, I guess the nightlife
Oh yeah.
gets a lot better on the weekend, so we're kind of we're trying to party.
Yeah. Well, hey, look,
Police.
everything will be open. Go out and have fun and
Absolutely.
explore everything. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate
Happy
it.
Fleet Week.
Yeah, no problem.
For more Fleet Week coverage, stay connected at kcbsradio.com. Especially if you're planning on driving or traveling around the Bay Area this weekend, traffic will be hairy. We've got you covered. And thanks to Mayor London Breed for joining us on the Bay Current podcast. If you like what you hear, subscribe on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. And thanks for listening to Bay Current. I'm Matt Pitman. Chat with you tomorrow.